What's up, guys? It's your boy, Keep It Real MMA. I have a separate breakdown video for the main event. Kamaru, Usman versus Leon Rocky Edwards. So obviously I broke that down. So yeah, go check that out first, please. Thank you, please, thank you, and thank you. And then come back here. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I mean, it was a great card. It was a good card. You know, wasn't the best towards like halfway, but it was good. Didn't disappoint. So anyway, especially because of the fights on paper. So, first fight on the card. Daniel De Silva versus Victor Mariano. I went with Victor Mariano winning by decision, but he got it done by TKO in the first round. Daniel De Silva actually dropped Victor in the first round, but Victor fought through it, got Daniel down and just ground and pound, and Daniel De Silva just wouldn't move, he was just covering up and then not covering, and then he just wasn't moving enough. So, it was right for the referee to step in. Great performance by Victor Mariano, man. And, yeah, bet right. Next fight on the card was Aori Charle versus Perrin. I picked Aori Charle to win by decision, I believe, and he did win by decision. I think he won 2-1. I think he won the first 2 rounds, and Perrin won the third. Obviously, I know how to score a fight. Aori Charle definitely won the first, scraped the second based off of significant strike, the way that they landed. He was hurting Perrin. But the third round, he slowed down, and Perrin did very well, but it was too little, too late. So, yeah, 29-28 for Aori Charle. Great performance, unanimous decision, another right pick. Next fight on the card. Now, this was Amir Al-bazi versus Francisco Figueredo. I went with Amir Al-bazi to get a second or third round rear naked choke. I think I picked him by. But he got it done in the first. But I'm not impressed with this guy at all. Because, here's why. Obviously, he is good on him because he studied Francisco Figueredo. But there's a massive problem. Francisco Figueredo is known for giving up his back because he goes for leg locks all the time and people take advantage of it. Amir Al-bazi, obviously, good on him. Like I said, he studied that. But the problem is, bro, his striking is just, it's not there. Like, Francisco Figueredo had an easy time before, Amir eventually got close enough to close the distance because he was getting picked apart a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, he was, like, asking to be KO'd in certain situations. He'd come crashing in, hands coming in and going like that. He's not protecting his chin, man. Like, I'm not impressed with this guy at all with that fight. Maybe it was just the way that Francisco was the taller, longer fight. I don't know. But, I mean, wait, what was the height differential? What was the height differential? I don't think this shows their height. Does it show their height? Doesn't show their height. Anyway, but like Francisco's a lot taller and longer. But the thing is, Al-bazi's great on the ground though, man. He's got very aggressive jiu-jitsu and he's very good at landing tall strikes when he's doing there. Landing some big shots. So fair play to him, man. He got the job done, but on the feet he really needs to tune up a bit. But yeah, next fight on the card. AJ Fletcher and Loosa. Right. I knew this was a 50-50 fight. I just had a feeling that AJ Fletcher was going to be able to take the first 2 rounds. And he lost the first round. He won the second, but got absolutely gassed during the process. And Loosa was able to out-hustle him and out-cardio him in the third. AJ Fletcher's trash. And I'm definitely going to be rethinking picking him again. Because the first round, he had nothing for Ange, bro. With a full gas tank, he had nothing for Ange. Second round, he lands a good shot on Ange. And he just starts, wailing on him. Almost finished him. And he gassed himself out trying to finish him. But he still won the round. And then the third round, he was still gassed. So he needs to work on his cardio. And he needs to work on so many things before I ever consider picking him again. Because... man, there's 2 losses now. That's looking a bit very overrated right now, but it is what it is. Next fight on the card was Sean Woodson and Louis Saldana. I went with Sean Woodson winning this fight, but Louis Saldana really showed out. But Louis Saldana fucked up. He dropped Sean Woodson with a shot that he could have followed up and finished him, but he decided to be cocky, point towards the middle, and then he dropped Sean Woodson again with a jab. And as Sean Woodson is trying to get up, Louis Saldana throws an illegal knee on the follow-up, and so he gets a point taken away from him. It should have been a 10-8 though, and then dropped down to a 10-9 because of the point. So Louis Saldana still should have won, in my opinion, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck was, but you know, I'll take the draw so I don't really lose my bet properly. But a split draw. But what the fuck was Louis Saldana doing, man? He dropped Woodson bad with that first shot. It was a check right hook, I think, or left hook, one of the two, obviously. When you have two arms. But, you know, check right dick, you know what I mean? But, nah, I don't know what. He dropped Sean Woodson with a check hook and just didn't follow up. And then when he does follow up after a jab, he fucking throws an illegal knee. And then celebrates on the cage like as if he won. So, yeah, fucking mad. But, yeah, split draw. Shit pick. I shouldn't have picked Sean Woodson. I will definitely consider it, you know, iffy on picking him. Depends on who he's fighting. Because he's a Golden Globe boxer, yet he boxed like an absolute amateur out there. Sloppy, and I know the altitude. Now, this was a big factor on all the fights. The altitude was really getting to people. It was really getting to people. I could tell. They were gassing after one exchange. I swear to God, guys, for those who didn't see the card, I swear to God, after one round, everybody was gassed. It was insane how tired everybody was getting after one fucking round. It's the altitude in Salt Lake City in Utah, so yeah. Next fight on the card was Leonardo Santos versus Jared Gordon. I went with Jared Gordon winning by third round TKO, I believe I said, or decision, one of the two. He gets it done by unanimous decision. Wasn't able to get the finish, but Leonardo Santos, he gasses out with or without altitude. He can't keep up. He's a 42-year-old man. Jared Gordon does what he needs to do. He keeps the pressure, wins all 3 rounds pretty convincingly. Rips to the body, goes to the head, rips to the body, mixes it up very well. Even like fakes a couple of takedowns, you know, just to get Leonardo Santos thinking, and just, you know, pressure him up against the cage, boom, 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 in and out, until Leonardo Santos keeps fading and Jared Gordon just keeps taking advantage. So great win by Jared Gordon. Did exactly what he needed to do, and yeah, that's all you can ask for, really, right? You know what I mean? That's what we really wanted. So yeah, well done to Jared Gordon. Jared Flash Gordon. Right. Last fight on the prelims is Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. Right. It should have been a draw, but they gave a majority decision to Tybura. It should have been a draw because Romanov's first round should have been a 10-8. He clearly dominated that round to the point where Tybura literally landed no strikes, and Romanov was just taking him down constantly, relentlessly, beating the shit out of him on the floor. It should have been a 10-8, and then Tybura clearly won round 2 and 3. But yeah, it is what it is. When you keep it that close, you gotta expect what the judges, right? So yeah, he did get robbed of it, but you know, he should have lost his anyway to Espino, man, just for quitting like that. But yeah, it is what it is. Marcin Tybura gets it done by majority decision. It should have been a draw though. Romanov dominated that first round, but he gassed in the second and third. So yeah, it is what it is, right? He clearly needs to mix up some stuff, you know. So yeah. Right, first fight on the main card is Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. I picked Tyson Pedro to win by second round TKO, I believe. He gets it done in the first minute of the fight. I mean, Harry Hunsucker, man, he couldn't really get going, and Tyson Pedro just quickly lands a couple of shots, rocks him with a combination in between after a stiff jab, throws a body kick, drops Harry Hunsucker. Harry Hunsucker can't intelligently defend himself. Ref pulls her off. So, yeah. Tyson Pedro has weird power since coming to CKB. No, you know, just coincidence. But no, man, I mean, I think it's about time he gets a test now. I mean, he's been given 2 cans to return because he used to be very inconsistent, but now, yeah, I mean, he's had his time now, so, you know, they're giving him 2 cans that he's easily crushed. So let's give him a nice test, maybe somebody in the top 15 of the light heavyweight division, and see where we can go from there. Right, but yeah, well done to Tyson Pedro. Tyson, definitely not on that CKB substance as Pedro. Anyway, first round TKO. Next fight on the card was Yohan versus Loosa Pudilova. I can't remember who I picked on this fight. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I picked Loosa Pudilova. I think I picked her by decision, but she gets it done by TKO in the second round. I went with Loosa Pudilova by decision. She got it done by second round TKO. Great job with her. She was getting outstruck on the feet, but when she got it to the ground, man, she absolutely dominated Yohan. She had no answers for Loosa Pudilova. She did exactly what she needed to do. I mean, it was a risky picking her, because even though she was the favourite, don't forget that the last 2.5 years she hasn't been fighting UFC competition. She's been fighting outside. Yohan has been fighting UFC competition, but Loosa Pudilova, man, her wrestling was dominant and her ground and pound was great, and she got the finish. So, you know, nice shots there. The perfect legal shot, and she got it done. So, fair play to Loosa Pudilova. Yeah, thank you for not being a boring women fighter. And stinking up the entire card like this man up here. Jose Aldo versus Merab Dvalishvili. Jose Aldo could have won the fight. He definitely won the first. There's no debate. Second round. Now, this is what I hate about MMA, right? No, this is what I hate about the Georgian area, right? This is how they fight. If they can't take you down, they'll just hold you up against the cage the entire fight. Because what's that girl's name? She's trash anyway. I can't remember her name. I don't even know if she's still in the UFC, but she does that. She holds you against the cage if she can't take you down. Same with Roman Dvalishvili. He holds you up against the cage if he can't get you down. I'm sorry, but that was a fluke KO over Kyle Dorcas, man. He wasn't trying to knock him out with that knee. Let's be real, he wasn't. You know, he landed a good shot though, and you know, I'm glad he got rewarded for getting a good performance, because maybe it'll stop him from being a pussy and actually let him continue to try and knock people out and get him. So fair play to him. But Merab, man, like, I know it's Jose Aldo's incentive and job to get Merab off of him, but if you look at the significant strikes and you look at like damage, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a very objective guy, and I know I picked Jose Aldo, but you gotta look at it like, he landed more shots against Merab that were more powerful and were able to end the fight. And I know they were few far between and barely landed, but if you compare it to Merab, what did he land that was going to end the fight? What? Little pussy knees to the thigh against the cage? Like, do you know what I mean? It's not dominant. It's not a dominant way of fighting. And it's not a warrior's way of fighting. It's a pussy tactic. It's effective, but it's pussy. So Aldo has a case to win the first and second round. Kind of. Like, I don't think either of them deserve the win, to be honest with you, especially Merab, but I don't know. It's one of those, I think Jose won the fight. I know how to score fights, and I'll have to re-watch it, but based off what I saw live, I thought Jose won the fight. The third round, he done fuck all. Merab clearly won the third round, let's be real. Second round, though, I mean, he still landed more effective, significant strikes than Merab, and it is a damage-based sport. That's why half of you fuckers score non-advancing, non-damaging grappling so much, or non-submission threat grappling, is because you think that it means something. Control means fuck all if you're doing nothing with it. I'm sorry, if you got somebody against a cage and you're just throwing knees in the clinch just to prevent the ref from separating it, you're not winning the fight unless the guy has landed no shots beforehand, or one or two significant strikes beforehand. Then yeah, you know what I mean, you haven't won the fight. I think Jose won the fight, yeah, first and second round. But Jose should have done more. Jose should have got him off of him. 0 for 16 on takedowns, Merab was, by the way. Jose should have got him off of him, and Jose should have fucking gone for it in the third round, but, you know, it is what it is, you know? Yeah, 0 for 16. 0 for 16. And the thing is, right, it says Merab landed 57 significant strikes. I promise you, it wasn't anything damaging. It was just He landed a couple of good headshots that were damaging, but Jose landed more when it comes to that. See, 135 total strikes, 57 significant. They were just knees against the cage and maybe a couple body, 1 or 2. That's it. So, yeah, bullshit is what it is. Next one on the card. Oh, fucking hell. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. This was a weird fight, let's just say. I mean, Paulo Costa gets it done. I picked him by first round TKO, or second round TKO. He gets it done by this unanimous decision. Luke Rockhold grew a chin all of a sudden. To be honest, Luke Rockhold was gassed after the first 2 minutes, but so was Paulo Costa. But yeah, Costa clearly won the fight. There's no argument for him winning all 3 rounds like they gave him. I think Costa won 2-1 though. I think he won 2 rounds to 1. I think he won the first and the third round. I think Rockhold edged the second while gassed. But Paulo was gassed too, man. But yeah, it was, Paulo... Because the thing is, right, the reason Paulo won the fight so easily, but didn't make it look easy because he was gassed. But the reason why he easily won the fight is because every time Luke Rockhold landed, Costa would just look at him like, hit me again. Except for that one hit in round 3, I think. Rockhold landed on Costa where it backed up Costa and he just about kept himself standing and he was fine. Then he was fine. But literally every time Luke Rockhold landed a body kick, every time Luke Rockhold landed a big shot, Costa would be like, you know what I mean, do it again. But every time Costa was landing on Rockhold was wincing. You could see it in his face. He was like, every time Costa was landing, Costa dominated the first round. Second round, I think, went to Luke Rockhold. Third round, Costa clearly won. So, well done to Costa, man. But you really need to improve if you're going to go up, against the higher, skilled guys again, like Whittaker and stuff. But no, great fight, though. Well done to Costa. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed Twitter champion of the world. So, give the man his props. Let's look at the stats a minute. What's the stats looking like? What's the significant strikes looking like? Luke Rockhold landed 57, fucking English. Oh, I'm not even English. 106 for Costa. 73 significant strikes for Costa, 51 for Luke Rockhold. But yeah. And on to the main event. Obviously, I made a video on this. Like I said, go check it out if you already haven't. It's a great video. Snoozman. It's a good fight, but I picked Leon Edwards to win by decision. He gets it done by 5th round KO. Leon clearly won the first. Usman scraped the second, and then Usman dominates round 3 and 4. So Usman was losing the 5th round though, so Usman was on his way to win in 3-2, and then out of nowhere, Leon in the last minute of the fight lands a flush left head kick after throwing out there. When he threw out there to get his head dipping, disguised his kick with the left hand over the top, boom. Great shot by Leon Edwards, man. He gets it done, and I'm just like, I won't go into detail because I made the thing, but I'm just glad that Kamaru lost because of multiple reasons. I'm sure you guys who have watched most of my videos can tell why. But yeah, great job by Leon Edwards, man. It was a great card. The altitude really got to everybody. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next video. I think I'm going to do a couple of fight announcements, like, maybe tomorrow or something. I probably will do it tomorrow. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell too, because I upload very frequently. Check out my TikTok, man. I just made a Leon Edwards edit against the KO against Usman. So yeah, please check everything out. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.